In this passage, we see a man whose servant is sick, and he's come a long way for one reason and one reason only, because he believes that there's a man named Jesus. Despite his past experiences, that he expects that this man named Jesus could perhaps do something about it. So he comes, and the Bible says that as Jesus entered Capernaum, now it doesn't say he was waiting on him or anything, but I think it's interesting that as soon as Jesus gets into the city, here comes this man. Like maybe he wasn't waiting on Jesus, but maybe he was waiting, he was still expecting something could turn this thing around, and then here comes Jesus. And that may be you. Do you still have hope that something could turn your situation around, and you just happen to stumble into Jesus on a Tuesday night where you still believe there's something can cause me and you to get along, something can cause me to get out of debt, something can cause me to get an increase, something can cause me to be blessed, and then you run right into Jesus. That's where this man is. And so as we tiptoe through this text for the next few moments, I just want to share a little bit of his experience, because there's something powerful about how he believed, that I believe if we can understand how he believed, it can help bolster and strengthen our faith as well. And so we see as he's dealing with this disappointing experience, first thing I want you to see in this text is in Matthew chapter 8, verse 5 and 6. And the Bible says that when Jesus had entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him asking for help. Lord, he said, my servant lies at home, paralyzed, suffering terribly. So the first thing I want you to see is how he handled the situation. He handled the situation not too differently than sometimes we handle them. The first thing he did is he asked for help. He asked for help. He asked for help. Time and time again, Jesus has showed over and over in the scriptures how he's willing to assist those who are willing to ask for help. Ask for help. For when Peter was walking on the water and he began to sink, he simply said, Lord, help me. And Jesus gave him help. In Matthew 8, chapter 8, verse number 2, the Bible says a man with leprosy knelt before Jesus and asked for help. He said, if you're willing, you can heal me. And Jesus set the man free. Jesus healed him. He was willing to help. And here we see a centurion with a sick servant asking for help. And this is important truth, because as Christians, we're different than this transcendental, metaphysical, Oprah Winfrey Christianity. We're different than this new age religion that has faith in faith. Your faith in your faith is not what will transform your situation. That's not what we are supposed to believe in. We're supposed to have faith in the one who gave us we have faith in the author and finisher of our faith. Faith in faith won't heal you. The fact that you have faith that you can heal yourself won't heal you. What will heal is the fact that you can have faith in the author and finisher of the faith. And that's what this man did. He goes to Jesus and asks Jesus for help. He's not just believing that I have this all-consuming secret. You've seen that book, The Secret. What the secret is, Jesus is the only one that deserves the faith. Because you can't change the situation yourself. Has anybody ever bumped into a circumstance that you realized that you couldn't do nothing with it? You confessed over and over that you could do this thing. You prayed over and over. You fasted over and over. You gave, sowed a seed, and it didn't happen anyway. What could have been happening is maybe your faith was in planting that seed. Maybe your faith was in saying the prayer, but your faith wasn't in the author and finisher of the faith. I've seen it in my own life, where I believe that since I came to church, since I paid my tithe, I deserve to be blessed. Is it just because I'm young or light-skinned? I don't know. But I believe that if I did this, that I'd get to that. And that's what this new age traditional religion has taught us, that if you do A, B, and C, if you lay on the floor and pray that way your prayer will get answered. If you get in a line and give $100, that'll get your prayer answered. If you pay your tithes for 6 months, you'll never have a bill overdue. The faith can't be in the act. The faith has to be in the author and finisher of the faith. And this man understands that. And so he says, Jesus, my servant is sick. Can you help? How many times have we dealt with situations and we put more trust in our ability to act than our ability to ask? Man, that's some good preaching. How many times have you put more faith in your ability to act? If you can just work more overtime, then you'll get out of debt. If you can show up to work early and stay late, then you'll get the promotion. You put more trust in your ability to act than your ability to ask. And that's a challenge that we run into so many times, because we're in a culture that says you can do anything. Just pull yourself up by your bootstraps.